Hello and welcome back to Victoria 3, our Ireland run. When we left off, we were fighting to reclaim the rightful Irish territory of Siam, which through some historical injustice was no longer part of Ireland, and that is being corrected. Unfortunately, the Chinese came to the aid of Siam, and we and our Italian allies are fighting a quite protracted struggle to hold them off. After numerous failed invasion attempts, we managed to land in the southern part of this peninsula here, and are going to try to push north. When we tried to land in Bangkok, in this province, which I'm not about to try to pronounce, we just got pushed back, couldn't land enough forces quick enough, but now we have a sizable army there, 215 units strong, versus a much smaller Siamese army, though we're somehow outnumbered in battle, and losing, even though we have superior offense. And hopefully we can get that to succeed. Financially, we're doing okay. We still got some gold reserves left, have a huge investment pool. And really, it's just our extra military expenses being at war that's hurting us financially right now. So let's see how this battle's going. I'm going to kick up the speed a little bit, get this resolved. Sometimes these battles take a really long time when you're down to just one unit left somehow. We're doing a lot more casualties to the enemy here. We just can't pull it off. But hopefully we've got enough units that we can throw another battle right back at the meat grinder. And it looks like our Italian friends are making some progress here. Let's see. Yeah, so they did win that one. And now we're starting to get some battles where we have the numbers advantage. And with our military technology, we should be just fine. Getting some more oil in Gabon, which is great. Can never have too much oil. And even though I don't have the peasants for it, I'm going to go ahead and just build those rigs. We also managed to conquer Nejd, the heart of what's now Saudi Arabia, and that's got something like 60 or 80 oil rigs for us. So just a huge oil producing place there. So we do have a peace deal proposed. They want a white peace, so we are obviously not going to accept that. Workers of the world. No. We're not going to promote that ideology right now. So once that peace deal goes away, we will press our own. We're going to liberate Shandong and then conquer Bangkok. And the main reason we wanted Bangkok is to get opium. We have a shortage of opium in our market without even really using military hospitals. I think it's just from the general demand right now. And we just absolutely cannot meet that with the basic market. There's just not enough to export. Looks like this battle is not going as well as I would have hoped. So I'm going to send another army down there. Do I have any armies that are not mobilized or doing anything? We've got one at our England HQ. I think I'll leave them in place for now. I don't think I need to mobilize everybody. I've got a lot of my plantations and other buildings on just to automatically build, but not all of them. So I'm just going to build out some here. Wow, the Cape Colony can produce a lot of tea. More tobacco is never bad. Well, it is for your health, but not for your economy in this case. All right, so Burma capitulated. Let's see, there we go. Now we can, we've got our war goals pressed. We just need to keep driving down their war support. They've already lost over 1.5 million people. So I would say I don't think they can hold out much longer, but that's not necessarily true. We've got to just slowly push north there. And I think in the southern front, we'll do okay. We've got a pretty big Italian army there holding off the Chinese, and one of our armies as well. All right, we've got oil in the West Indies. Very nice. Hopefully with this last battle, we can take them out. And there we go. What are they offering? White peace again? No. Why would I accept that? Now we do have landing craft. So I'd be curious to try that out. Let's mobilize this last army here. Which one is it? Yep, this one. And that's Alexander Plunkett. Let's... I don't want to raid convoys. We want a naval invasion. Let's go right for Bangkok. I wonder why we can't send our English army. I'm very curious about that. It says bureaucratic shortfall. I'm not sure if I believe it. All right, we got analytical philosophy for our universities. I'll check that out in a moment. And we'll send that guy to reinforce our main northern front. So let's take a look at that development on the universities. Always worth checking what you've got here. So we do have some war machine industries. I don't think we actually need planes yet. Okay, they capitulated. So they agreed to liberate Shandong, and we've got Bangkok. Excellent. Let's incorporate that. It's going to be 20 years, so we'll be getting really close to the end of the game. But we now have over 2 million people here, and we have opium plantations. I am going to set a ton of those to build right away. A lot of actually other good resources here. Get tea, tobacco, silk. Silk is nice. Sugar, bananas, and rubber too. And we actually have a pretty expensive wood in our economy as well. But I'm going all in on opium. So now that we have that war over, we can look at upgrading our armies. Let's go all trench infantry, siege artillery, aerial reconnaissance. There we go. Throw machine gunners in there. Yeah, we can go to all the upgraded stuff. And field hospitals. So what do we get with aerial over motorized? Plus 25% provinces captured. That's an increase of 10%. Plus 5 offense, plus 5 defense, plus 10 offense. Excellent. So that was a good take for us, I think. Can always build out the army a little more. And look at that, we're back in the positive. I think it'll be worth building out some more government administrations as well. Because we've got more people to take care of now. And as we keep working on some of our bureaucracy and whatnot, we'll need those bureaucracy points for it. Now we're sitting at number 1, most powerful country in the world, and we've got a pretty comfortable margin there. So compared to Austria, which is number 2, slow this down so I can have some time to look. Let's see. 1329 from GDP, 1588 from Army, and we have 2483 from GDP, 1954 from Army. That's a lot. And we also got the first flight modifier. We have a huge population. How do we have 54 million people? Where are they all living? More than Germany, more than the US. Still nowhere near China or India. But I've got to be like, what, number 4 in the world? Yeah, number 4 in the world. Highest standard of living, highest GDP, highest prestige. Goldfields depleted. No big deal, just less migration there. So now I'm kind of curious. Our states. So unincorporated territory, Lancashire is 4 million people. Bangkok is 2.2 million. 8 million in Munster. So we've got, what, close to 25 million people in our home island. And we've got 8 million, 9, got another like 12 million on, is this technically Britain? Is that technically the island of Britain? I don't know, Britain, England, United Kingdom. I know they get very particular about geography. Diplomatic pact at risk of breaking. Not worried about it. Opium, of course, that's low. I am working on it. So we have a lot of declared interests, but apparently not enough. So we're also interested in Poland. Let's see. Should we take Siberia? I don't see why not. Maybe the Andes. I think Irish Siberia has a nice ring to it. What would I capture up here? Coal mines, logging camps, gold fields, gold mines. I would not mind messing with the Russians. And then Shandong is a independent country now. Let's form a defensive pact just to mess with the Chinese. Why not? They've got to have a pretty sizable population, right? Yeah. 4 million. Oh, that's just peasants. 17 million people. That's a lot of people. So let's see, how close are we to getting some of these opium plantations? Still 5 weeks out. But that should really boost our market once it hits. And we are still struggling with, wood, but also with infrastructure. Why is it so low? Anything here? No reasons why it's low. It's just we need more. Yeah, so let's just go all out on ports and railways. How about this one? 150 plus short. You're maxed out on ports. Is there a limit to railways? I've got no passengers, just cargo. How about Leinster? That one's actually okay. And then Ulster. We still need more. I should look at my technology for next time, see if there's anything we can do there. What are we short on? Opium. We'll get there. And I'm going to set these war machine industries to auto-expand. Because I'm sure we'll need to. Connaught doesn't have that many unemployed. Although the market is shrinking. Don't have a ton of real industry here. Just a lot of sulfur mines, a lot of farms. Did I build my other war machine industry here? Can't remember where I put it. Doesn't really matter too much. So let's see. What else do we need? Explosives are expensive. Wood, clothing. Same things as always. And what did I say? Explosives. So I know I got yelled at in the comments for not concentrating my industry enough, so I'll be sure to do that. I'm only building them where I already have the industry. I think glass was something else that we could use some more of. And I don't think we'll come to a spot where we don't need more power plants. Oh, our market access is really bad here. That's really bad. So let's get those going. Ports and railways. And some more barracks. All right, we got some more institutions with healthcare. And I think was it workplace safety I also upgraded. So that is, for better or for worse, going to increase our population growth as we have fewer people dying in the workplace. I don't know what to do with all these peasants. I wonder when we'll hit 1 billion. It's tough to guess. right, there we go. Now we should be getting some of that opium coming in. And let's make sure we've got the ports to handle it, because I don't see a lot of infrastructure here. See, we've got 29 of them. And there we go. Now it's really rolling in. I'm just going to keep building a few more. No reason not to. We're at 99. So we've got quite the construction queue built up. I think we'll burn through it faster than you'd expect. How's my military look? Are they recovered from their changes yet? Not yet, but soon. Oh, good vintage. I don't need more prestige. Romanians. Attempt to sway. Oh, against the British Republic. Yeah, I'll do it. Is someone on their side? Nope. Do they even have much for territory anymore? A little bit in Africa? I forgot I have Santo Domingo. There we go. Now I've got the radio. That's going to be cool. Let's see. The radio is good for... I know it is good for some of your higher end pops as like a luxury good. I can't remember if you need it for military at all. Now this leads to mobile armor. Also, you can get stormtroopers, flamethrowers. I've heard the flamethrowers are fairly overpowered. They do add devastation. What about infiltrators? More provinces captured. Now that one could be good for us. And then what about the squad infantry? That's a mainline infantry upgrade. I don't know which of these I want, but I know I want them. Now we need all of these to get mobile armor. I think the most important would be NCO training, because that's going to have the biggest impact on our mainline infantry. Oh, I guess I got to mobilize and fight the Brits. Who else should I send? I'll leave La Plata in the Caribbean. Let's bring up the Congo. And let's actually mobilize this guy as well, get him ready for a naval invasion. Can I add a war goal? I don't think I can. Probably not a bad idea to just keep building up my navy. I don't know when I'll really need it. Especially if I end up going to war with the US. The British are weak, and I've already beaten them a few times. So I'm not too worried about it. Trade agreement with Zanzibar? Sure. I think I don't have any goods shortages anymore. Small arms and rubber are expensive. So let's make sure we get all these built. There we go. It's just the Brits and a bunch of their little friends. We can do mechanized slaughterhouses for our livestock farms. Let's go ahead and do that, just to get those as efficient as we can. I think we're good there. Let's check out. Yeah, I'll go up to nitroglycerin for our mines. Devil's paintbrush. Yeah, we'll give him the trait there. Hero worship. Oh, there we go. Army attack. And I think our armies should wipe the floor with them pretty quickly. They've got some regular troops, but we have really solid artillery. Let's see what kind they're working with. Trench infantry. So decently solid. Bicycle messengers, shrapnel artillery. Where we have, let's see, siege artillery, trench infantry, aerial reconnaissance, got the war hero modifier. I think we'll make fairly quick work of this. And I think next I'm going to mess with the Russians. Or should I complete my goal of destroying the British Empire? That might be worth it. I set out to do something, I should see it through. How is this war going? Looks like it's good. Let's see. We had a pretty solid victory there. There we go. We got some big battles now. And we're winning these by quite a bit. Now we're facing down some conscript troops. And there we go. I'm not sure if we won or lost. It's not immediately cleared. I feel like that screen might even be bugged. Because with the war goals it shows don't always align with what actually happens. So we just do not have enough infrastructure here. But we're building up more. Have a ton of ports in the queue, as well as some railways. Got a lot in the queue right now. Maybe I should actually build some more construction. I never know how much to build. Oh, let's colonize everything. Who has the most peasants? Lancashire. Yeah, Bangkok. Originally, I was thinking I might want to try to get rid of all my peasants and get them all converted, but that just does not seem feasible. I can't remember what we're using coal for. Maybe our power plants are using coal now? Man, we have so many people coming in. I saw a post on, I think it was on Reddit, of people talking about this game, and they talked about the potential for building housing. And I think that would be pretty interesting. You know, when you can get mass migrations here, and it's pure positive. There's nothing bad about it. When really, if you had millions of people suddenly show up on the shore of Ireland, trying to make a living as subsistence farmers, that would create quite a few problems. So there's, you know, if you look at especially like a new world play, someone like the US or Canada or Argentina that really relies heavily on migration, that's a perfectly valid strategy that lines up with real life. But there are some difficult parts about it too that I don't think are modeled, like having to find a way to house and feed and provide employment for these people so that they're not just showing up and, you know, living in shacks, unemployed, poor, and then those people would become political radicals. So I think there's got to be some kind of balance there, because migration is overpowered and it's so easy to get just massive migration right now. We've got quite a bit of, oh, these are just little provinces that we're picking up here. Got quite a bit of colonization going on in Africa. Let's see. I can do that. I'm still getting used to this UI. And I need more, what's it called? Bureaucracy right away. Must be all the people that I'm adding to my empire. Oh, and I could do radios too. That's another good one that I have not added. Where are my electronics industries? There we go. Electrics. Radios. I wonder why bolt action's not profitable. More small arms says it would get super cheap. More tools. You can always build more tools. And let's check out the construction queue. Got 11 pages of this. And I'm going to alt-click a bunch of these to the top. Let's see. An alliance with France? Yes. No to a diplomatic or a defensive pact with Transvaal. And the main reason for an alliance with France is to irritate the British. There we go. Declare a rivalry with the Brits. And now we increased our construction capacity a little bit. I think it'll get over 700 once we get them employed. I do see the game slowing down a little bit. I hadn't seen the late game lag spikes as much as people had talked about, but now I can definitely feel it. It's going a little slower. And I don't know how far I'll go time-wise. I already am very comfortably #1 in the world. Wow, Austria is falling even further behind. See, population, might be able to pass Russia if I mess with them enough. GDP, I'm double Austria. Standard of living, way higher. Let's see. Who else is at the top here? The Brits are still number 8. That's interesting. Brazil climbing to 13. I don't think I usually see Brazil get that high. Greece is at number 20. They usually climb. Scandinavia is at 15. I think that's about normal. Austria always ends up really powerful, though. I guess if you think of the time frame, pre-World War I, Austria was pretty powerful as Austria-Hungary. Maybe not from a pure military, or I guess even economic standpoint, but they had that the reputation as a big, powerful country with a high population, even though they didn't really translate that to success in the modern world. So now we've got some of that infrastructure up with ports being built, and those new construction sectors we built should help to get these moving through a little quicker. You know, an extra couple universities might be nice. Probably should just not even bother adding to my construction queue now. Oh, Lancashire is going to be a big one to incorporate. Let's see, if we look at the Brits, how long do we have a truce for? 26th of May, 1912. Can I... Oh, we're too friendly with the Russians. That's why we can't do anything. We can expel diplomats and start damaging some relations. I don't really have a reason not to be friends with Russia. I guess boredom. When I don't really know what else to target while I'm waiting for the truce to expire with the British. I guess I'm just going to mess with Russia. I've got the rubber plantations expanding. That's the next one. Couple new oil rigs, and then some of the railways in Bangkok. I was guessing we'd need new infrastructure anyway there, because of the number of opium plantations. Let's see how that's looking. A lot of turmoil. But I think it is getting better. Turmoil from radical pops. I'm guessing that'll go through. We're using most of the infrastructure, but we do have excuse me, we do have railways under construction. Could build a couple naval bases, a couple more barracks. And let's set these to auto expand. I did see that the motor industries motors are expensive. So I'm going to expand that industry. Get more of those building. Yeah, Ulster. A lot of that in the home island. And I'm guessing that should be enough to set us back straight. What else is expensive? Wine? Wine's tough to get. Being in the northern latitudes that we are, we can't build many wheat farms. I guess it makes sense that Ireland would not be a great place for growing wine. Or grapes, I guess. Here you got just a couple of logging camps here and there. Alright, did radio production. Spread knowledge. No, we're gonna go for the throughput. Dreadnought warfare. I have not done that yet. I don't have dreadnoughts yet. Mechanized agriculture. I still want to use all of the people that I can, keep them employed. If you've ever read, man, I can't remember the name of the book now. Ayn Rand book about, they don't want to use light bulbs because they have just invented candles. That's me right now. I am wasting peasants' labor to keep them harvesting rye by hand. Well, really just to keep them from getting bored and revolting. Just making sure things are on auto expand. I know tool works are going to be important again here, because you always need more tools. I've got some unrealized taxes. I wonder where that is. Is it Bangkok? Because I think they're the only one that's like really unhappy with me right now. Yep. Yeah, I'm not too worried about that one. How are my colonies doing? Pretty good. I think now I've really got all the resources I need. So this is Zambezi. This little state here. Let's build a coal mine. Get some people working. A millet farm. What can I build here? Figs. It's just fruit. Worth it. So it's still 1908. It's taken a while to tick through these. Kind of curious about Ontario being independent. I wonder what their politics are. The own obligation to Germany. 2 million GDP. Less than a million population. Compared to Canada, only 2.6 million. Then, oh, this is a British Republic. I was going to say, wow, how did this, Newfoundland get this many people? But that's all of Britain. US is 48 million. That's pretty respectable. Mexico has no navy and 11 million people. And let's see. Interpretation of dreams. It'll upset the devout. Yeah. I want to get the intelligentsia and the industrialists more power. So now we're up to 1909. How are my opium plantations looking? Great cash reserves, making a ton of money, £9 annual wage. All right, I'm curious to see these election results. I wonder how this is going to be different than what I've got. All right, we've just got the Labour Party here. If I put the Liberal Party in power with them, what are my penalties going to be here? I can't enact laws, which is the whole reason I want Liberal Party in power. So we'll just go with this government and wait. Now I know we got submarines, so I'm going to throw that in my navy. I think, yeah. See, my ports should all be modern. Hey, War Beneath the Waves. Convoy rating. There we go. No, it's expensive. Art, tea, wood is getting better. Wonder what opium looks like. Is that cheap now? Look, plus 1%. That is not bad at all. So I guess we need art. Art is our biggest industrial need right now. So Munster has a ton of that. And let's auto expand that in the lowlands as well. But I think we had a new production method for a university a while back. Let's check that one out. I don't want to lose these laborers. Let's go personal only. If we go switchboard, wow, that's going to be expensive. Paved roads. So we'll get a little more infrastructure from our population. That's good. Analytical philosophy, more qualifications and innovation. Gladly take that one. Where's my money going? Why are people unhappy? You literally have the best lives in the world. I can't cut taxes any further. It's like Super Troopers. I'm already pulled over. I can't pull over any farther. The taxes literally will not go lower. You have no consumption taxes. Whew. What do you want? Oh, I guess that it could be the bureaucracy challenge. Let's check that out. I could throw another couple government administrations over to telephones. If they're not already. It's going to be expensive at first, but I think it'll be worth it. See, now we're positive, but we are negative 120. Let's see what else we've got here. So these are all auto-expanding. These look to be auto-expanding. Let's auto-expand this one. Because we can always use more people working. And furniture, I'll just do that one by hand for now. Engine production would actually be more profitable right now. So we'll do that. Take automobile production off. And let's see, resources. Got some oil starting in Western New Guinea. Very good. Wish I had more opportunities for oil. Could always make some. And maybe with my military getting as big as it is, I should grow my economy a little bit before I make that even bigger. Go to squad infantry now. We've got a little higher morale loss, but can do much more damage. Now we're getting toward the end of 1909. Still can't mess with the British yet. Where is all of my money going? Welfare payments, subsidies. What am I subsidizing so much? Railways. I don't know on that one. Is it because motors are... Nope, not because they're expensive. Native uprising. Not too bad. Could be worse. We'll just send one army down there, and that should take care of it pretty quickly. Wish we could damage relations with the Russians faster. Could cancel our trade agreement. There we go. Russia wants a trade agreement again. Pass. Do I not have government administration here? Now with the telephone switchboards, we should be getting... yeah, we've got plenty of administration now. Still need wine, furniture, radios, tools. So for the radios, we can build out electronics factories a little more. Who has the most peasants? I want to build one in another state. And that looks like the Cape Colony. Tools. Let's see, Lowlands. You can expand that factory. Wine, there's nothing we can do, so let's import it. Just a colonial war. Not even really going to pay attention to it. Can import a bunch from the British. But I'll skip that because I'm going to go to war with them soon. Import some tools from the Austrians. What would be good to export? Of course, grain. We have lots of that. Cars. Interesting. Liquor. Okay. I can get behind that. There you go. We've got automatic bottle blowers. Let's check out the glassworks. See what that looks like. And that's just going to decrease our labor. It's not what we need. All right, so our infrastructure is better here. We're at 94%. Ports are maxed out. I wonder if I just went to cargo prioritization, if that would be enough. We'll see. Oh, and it is minus 25% from unincorporated state. So that is incorporating. Hopefully that gets done soon. Forget how to view that. Oh. I guess I could just go to the actual state. Oh, only 35 months. So that'll be good once that gets done. How's our colonial war going? Looks like it's going well. We're winning every battle. so I think this should be over pretty quickly. And then we can annex this whole area. I'm guessing they'll just give up once we have the entire country taken. We've got nowhere else to push them. And hopefully my military wages will decrease once we're done being at war. Wonder why our radicals increase so much. Standard of living, being fired from buildings, being fired where they had ownership shares. And then our loyalists have not increased nearly as much. So Russia's in another war. Can't really increase the standard of living too much. I mean, we're already the highest in the world. I don't know what they want. All right, so we annexed that state. Deficit dropped a little bit. I wonder if I should just add a consumption tax to balance the budget. That'll put me in the green again. Trying to see if I can guess, where this bottleneck is. I'm not a programmer to have any of the background to know, but it seems like it goes a little faster when I'm zoomed out. But now I don't know. Might just be in my head. I just want to skip ahead to when we can declare war on the British and get that taken care of. We are closing in on 1 billion. Look at how steep that line gets. All the jokes about line go up are true. There's nothing like it. Just watching the line climb. We're over 63 million people now. So our construction's dropping off. Wonder why. Expensive ironclads, radios, and ammunition. Should probably just build a bunch of those. So that's not small arms, ammunition. Let's see. Do these have unemployed? Yeah. Not very much in Lancashire. Huh. They must have left. And then ironclads, we need some shipyards. Where are my big shipyards? There we go. Ulster has a ton of people. Santo Domingo does not have people. Put a bunch of those in Cape Colony. What was the other one? Radios. Cape Colony's getting a lot of investment. I'm gonna go check on this, make sure it's got the infrastructure to handle it. Looks like it for now. And I'm just gonna throw these in auto expand, and having one of each. My thinking is that, oh yeah, wheat farms, we need the wheat for wine. If I have one of each and have them on auto expand, then it'll just build when they're profitable. I think it's interesting that the naval bases do recruit slow. Makes you need a little more planning in advance. Makes sense. You can't just train up a crew and build a ship in a month. Build a railway just to get this started down there. Throw that in auto expand. I was curious how they'd represent the cultures in South Africa. You got Boers, English. All right. Finished colonizing another state. Any new ones I can colonize? No, not really. This looks like the last little bit of colonization going on right in Central Africa. Huh, this has a Congolian rainforest. Probably should build some logging camps there. Take advantage of that one. Oil rush subsidies. Nah. Where's my budget going? Government wages. I do have a lot of those now. And now we have South Germans migrating. Let's see. Guess we need concrete fortifications to get our mobile armor. So let's go to development and get those infiltrators. Maybe I'll do one on... I'll do my barracks on infiltrators and then have my conscripts on machine gunners. So I get a little bit of both. I can balance offense and defense. I don't know if that strategy makes sense, but it's what I'm going to try. And now I have Australian people. Interesting. I didn't realize Australian was a separate ethnic group. I would have thought because it started in 1830s when, you know, Australia was still being colonized by the British that Australian. It said it was European heritage, so it was, I'm guessing, like white Australian. I would have thought that would just be English or Scottish at this point. You know, wherever they immigrated from, not their own identity. Defensive pact with the Netherlands? Yeah, that'll give me the chance to mess with some people. What is increasing? Welfare payments? Welfare payments. All right, remember what I said about immigration having no downsides? Well, it looks like when you have a pretty robust welfare system, that could be a downside. Because those people are peasants without much income, so you subsidize them. But we are approaching 1911. I'm wondering if I should do some migration controls. That's what I'm wondering about. That would be worth it at this point. I think now that we are preparing, we've got under a year left until we can go to war with Britain to try to claim the rest of this island from them. I think I'm going to call it there for today. Thanks again for watching. Hope you're enjoying the videos. If you are, go ahead and subscribe. Make sure you don't miss out on the next ones I've got coming up. I'm going to try to push through this and get this playthrough done before the next update drops. I don't know if I'm going to make it all the way to 1936, especially if we end up completing the goal and destroying Britain before then. So I might just call it once we complete that. We'll see, but I know I want to get that done before the 1.2 update. Thanks again for watching, and have a good one.